Hello, Sarah of SDK Handmade here, and I am going live for the first time in a very long time, and I'm trying to be super fancy and go live in multiple places at once. So bear with me here. Hopefully all goes well. I am live on Instagram, I am live on Facebook, and I am live on YouTube. So I am so excited. I don't know if you can tell. I'm like literally shaking with excitement. I have a new event going on and I am thrilled about it. I have notes here in front of me to make sure I don't forget anything. I'm going to try to find a balance between giving you all the information you need and not keeping you here all day. I want to keep this as short and sweet as possible. So I am thrilled to announce officially the Tunisian Mystery Crochet Along and class. We are going to be working on the Kellan Scarf. This is not the Kellan Scarf because it is a mystery, and so I'm not going to share the scarf ahead of time. So, details to know about the scarf. It is Tunisian crochet. So not traditional crochet, but Tunisian crochet. It is a sampler scarf, which means that there are going to be 6 sections that we're going to crochet, and each new section is going to be new learning. If you know me, you know I love learning, I love teaching, and I have found some really great new stitches and techniques for us to learn and try out together. And I'm thrilled to teach those to you. So there are 6 sections of the scarf. There are going to be 3 sections that involve some type of color work. Do not let that scare you away. It is all very simple and very manageable. And each section is only about a foot long. So even if you find one section super challenging, I think you're going to find it very manageable to get through it in the time allotted. So 3 sections of simple color work, and then 3 sections of a really gorgeously textured stitch pattern. In the end, you're going to have a traditional style scarf, so similar to the size and shape of what I'm wearing now. It's going to be approximately 7 inches wide and approximately 72 inches or 6 feet long. If you add, of course, fringe to yours, that adds a little extra length, and there'll be all sorts of information on how to finish up your scarf in several ways. So I'm really excited about that. The scarf uses a worsted weight yarn in a minimum, well, no, I'm not going to say a minimum, anywhere between 2 and I believe 36 colors. So there are going to be lots of options, which I'm super excited about. This pattern is beginner friendly. If you have never picked up Tunisian crochet before, I intentionally designed the first section to be a really great place to practice and learn your Tunisian crochet. And then if you're an adventurous beginner, we're going to grow from there into some more different and complicated stitches and color work, and it's going to be so good. I'm super excited. So you might be saying, well, what the heck is a mystery cal? Well, first of all, what's a cal? A cal is an abbreviation for crochet along. So we're going to work through this together, which I love. But the mystery part of it is that you're not going to know ahead of time what each section looks like. So when you purchase the pattern, it for now is just the information that you need to gather your supplies and choose your yarn. Each section will be a surprise. They won't be, you won't be able to see them until the next week starts and the new piece of the pattern comes out. So here is how the mystery section of that works, because I know it can be a little confusing to people who've never done this before. The pattern is only available on Ravelry through the crochet along, because Ravelry has a really great feature that you can purchase the pattern once, and then I can update it as many times as I want, and you will automatically get that update. So you're going to purchase the pattern. It's going to have just the nitty-gritty details right now. And then when the first day starts, I will update the pattern and Ravelry will automatically update your library so that you have the newest version of the pattern. I will also get it to send you an email, so you'll have a little reminder in your email that it's updated and we're ready for the next section, which is super exciting. You can buy the pattern now through Saturday. So the crochet along starts on Sunday. And you can buy the pattern now through Saturday the 22nd, October 22nd, I guess I should specify. And I'm going to give you a discount code. So if you're seeing this between now and Saturday, October 22nd, you can use the code mystery20, all caps lock on mystery 20 when you purchase the Kellan Scarf on Ravelry, and that will save you 20%. Once the crochet along starts on Sunday, the discount code goes away and we're just going with the crochet along. This is what I am calling a slow drip crochet along, which I am super excited about because one of the things that I struggle most with, and in chatting with friends and people at the yarn store, that I find that they struggle with is it can be actually kind of stressful to keep up with a crochet along. And let me tell you, the last thing I want for you is additional stress in your life. I want this to be fun. I want this to be enjoyable. I want you to feel confident in your new skills and confident in the fact that you can keep up with the crochet along as we go. So it is going to be a new section every week, and each section is 7 inches wide and about a foot long. So it's a pretty small piece of fabric. My pattern testers flew through each of the sections. They were so speedy. So my hope is that you find this super enjoyable and super relaxed and super attainable. So you might be saying, well, I can just buy the pattern and make it on my own. Why would I join a crochet along? And that's a great question, because if you've never joined a crochet along, like, why? What's the point? And let me tell you 3 reasons I think crochet alongs are amazing. The first is going to be the learning. There is going to be so much learning in this crochet along. Each new section is going to have new videos, new tips. You're going to have access to me to ask questions if you think things aren't looking quite right. The second thing is the community. Not only will you have access to me to ask questions, but we are going to be in community with other makers and crocheters, and they are going to be available to cheer you on and see your work and answer your questions. And that community is priceless. It's just the most wonderful feeling. And nobody's gonna ooh and ah over your projects more than other crocheters, and especially those who are working on the crochet along. So that community is so wonderful. And a lot of times you meet people in crochet alongs who you continue on in community with more long-term than just the length of the crochet along. So it's always so fantastic. And the last one, and this is so important for me personally, and that is motivation. There is a deadline. I don't know if you are like me and you are easily distracted by the next big thing or the next shiny project, and you often start projects and then struggle to finish. With this crochet along, you're going to have a deadline of the next week. You need to be ready for the next section, and we're going to be there cheering you along and helping you be ready for the next section each week. So by the end of the crochet along, you will have a finished scarf, which feels so good to wrap those things up in a timely manner. Whew. Okay, I'm going to take a little drink of my coffee. Can you tell I've had a lot of coffee today? I am just so excited for this. I've been keeping all the sections to myself. It was fun to show my pattern testers, but I want to show everybody. So I'm super excited to get started, and we're almost there. There are 4 ways that you can join in on the crochet along. So this is like lots of options here. I love giving all the options. So I'm going to go from the most intensive way that you can join in to the most laid back way that you can join in. The first way that you can join in the crochet along is if you are local to me. This crochet along is going to be an in-person class. I am working with Casting On, my local yarn shop, and they are helping me to host an in-person class there at the yarn shop. If you are local to me and you would like to come to Casting On and every week and have an in-person community and have me looking over your shoulder saying, oh, nope, stick your hook right there. No, twist it a little bit, giving all those tips in person. That's something that we're going to do. It's going to be a 6-week class. It's going to be stretched over a little more than 6 weeks because it straddles Thanksgiving here in the United States. And so we're going to skip that week because I'm traveling. You're maybe traveling. But I have some fun things planned in there. The in-person class is $60. If you are interested in the in-person class, I need you to email me, and then you are going to pay, a little confusing, Sarah, the yarn shop owner, at Casting On. Your place will be held when you sign up with me and pay your fees. That will guarantee your spot in the in-person class. That $60 is for the class. You will need to purchase the pattern. Again, if you're catching this before October 22nd, use the code MYSTERY20, all in caps, on the Kellan Scarf on Ravelry to save 20%. And then you also need to purchase materials as well. Your yarn. Sarah at Casting On is a genius with colors. She knows the secret and has a picture of the scarf and is ready to help you pick amazing colors for your scarf. So if you are local, that is the most intense option. We can get together in person and have a hands-on class, which I am super excited about. The second option, though, that I am thrilled about, that I've never offered before, is a virtual class. We had several people who have taken classes from me in the past or loved the idea of a mystery cal but wanted a little more personal attention, request a virtual class. And so we will be hosting a virtual class for the Kellan Scarf as well. It will work the same as the crochet along. The in-person class, backing up. The in-person class will meet on Sundays from 10:30 to 11:30. So if you want more details about the specific dates and stuff, email me. Emails are in the bio if you're on Instagram. I'll link it in the description if you're on Facebook or on YouTube. Shoot me an email if you have any questions about any of this. I would love to chat about it. The virtual class is going to be Thursdays from 6 to 7, and that's CST. I'm Central Time, so CST. Same thing, we're going to get together live on a virtual platform. I am going to be teaching the stitches, showing you all the things. You're going to come on your camera and show me, does this look right? And I'm going to say yes, or I'm going to say, pull it back a little bit and let's try again, maybe try this or that. And then I'm also going to record the classes, and they will be a private recording, but then they will be available for the people who were in the class to go back and look at those again and have as a resource as well. The virtual class is also $60, and just like the in-person class, that does not include your materials and that does not include the pattern. Both the in-person and the virtual class are over half full already. So if you were on my email list, you got first dibs on signing up for those. And if you're following Casting on their Facebook page, then you got first dibs on knowing that those were available. And so people have already signed up and both classes are over half full. I am limiting the number of students in both the live class and the virtual class because it's really important to me to give the attention that each person needs to every single student. So I don't want the classes to get too big. So those are limited, and when they are full, they are full. So if that's something you are interested in, send me a message, send me an email. I'm happy to answer any questions, and we'll get on it so that you can join us. I'm so excited. You can also join if you can't make the classes or they fill up. You can also join in probably the more traditional way that people join in a crochet along, and that is through social media. I have my SEK Handmade Make Along group, MAL group, on Facebook. That is a private group that people have to ask to join in. And that's where I'll be hosting the crochet along on Facebook. If your preferred platform is Facebook, look it up. I'll have links in all the places and ask to join that group. That will be a great place of community. We'll be doing lots of posting. I'll probably be going live a couple more times. It's a great place for you to ask questions, share your progress, let us see your scarf and cheer you on. So that will be available on Facebook. But also, I am super excited to offer an opportunity, if you are not a Facebook user, to join a community on Instagram. I now have the ability to have a little group chat of people on Instagram. And so if your preferred platform is Instagram, get onto Instagram, give me a follow. I'm SEK Handmade, and send me a message. And we're going to create a chat group over there on Instagram too, where we can do very similar things. I'll share posts so you don't miss them because of all of the algorithm-y things. And you can share pictures and ask questions. And it's going to be a lovely, wonderful community over there. So you have an opportunity for a private community on Facebook and the opportunity for a private community on Instagram as well, which I'm super excited to offer both of those. Then the fourth and final option for joining the crochet along is the most chill. And that is that you just buy the pattern. You join us each week. You post your progress on social media if you'd like. I would love it if you would tag me, because nothing makes me more excited and more happy than seeing people's projects as they work them up. But you can just follow along very casually and, anonymously if you would like on social media as well. So everything from being in person with me, taking a class, to just joining in on the fun by updating your pattern every week and sharing pictures of your progress. There are going to be 2 bonus patterns that come along and coordinate with your Kellan scarf. We're taking that break in between for Thanksgiving, and I thought it would be a lot of fun to have just a simple pattern that coordinates with the scarf, so that those of you who are all caught up on the crochet along but still want something to do over the holiday will have something fun and a little special. If you are part of either the private Instagram or the private Facebook groups, you will be getting a special discount on those 2 patterns, because at the end, then I'm going to have another really fun, yay, we all finished special pattern to offer. So if you're in the private groups, you'll get a special discount code. And if you are in the classes, either the live or the virtual, you will get an extra special discount as a big thank you for entrusting me with your learning and joining me in a class. So I'm super duper excited about that. All right, supplies. What are you going to need? You are going to need worsted weight yarn. I used a new to me yarn Oh my gosh, you guys, it's amazing. If you want kind of a fancier yarn, I chose, these are my colors. You've probably seen them in any of the posts I've done about the crochet along. The yarn in the posts are these. So these are my colors. This is Cumbria yarn by the Fiber Company. And I cannot say enough about how much I've enjoyed using this. I bought this at my local yarn shop, Casting On. If you are local, I highly recommend it. If you're not local, you can still message Sarah. Sometimes she ships if you're real nice. Always be nice to local yarn shop owners. They have a big job and they're amazing. Okay, so Cumbria is a worsted weight yarn. It is 236 yards. You don't need to write this down though. All of this will be in the pattern when you buy the pattern. So 100 grams to 236 yards. If you've watched my series about yarn substitution, you know that those numbers can be helpful. It is 90% wool and 10% mohair. I typically do not like mohair. This is amazingly soft. I just can't recommend it more. It's really lovely. So that's what I used. You can obviously use whatever yarn you want. With a scarf, fit is not as super important. So substituting yarn is a little easier. You can make the Kellan scarf anywhere from 2 to 36 colors. So if you have scraps of yarn and you want to make kind of a scrappy scarf, go for it. There's going to be a chart that gives you the yardage for each section. So you can even start now saying, okay, section 1 uses 1 color, section 2 uses 2 colors. I'm going to use this color in section 1, these 2 colors in section 2, these colors in section 3, and you'll know the yardage you'll need for each of them. If you use Cumbria or something similar, and I should qualify, you meet gauge, the Kellan scarf and the 2 bonus patterns will only use the 3 skeins. You will not need additional yarn. If your gauge is off significantly, that might change, but I want to design them so that you can buy the 3 balls of yarn and make all 3 patterns out of them. So that's what I'm doing. You also will need a Tunisian crochet hook. Tunisian crochet hooks come in 2 styles. This is my favorite. When I first started out knitting, I got all sorts of fixed needles, and I wish I had really just splurged for a set of interchangeable. These have cords that you can take on and off. If you learn Tunisian crochet in the round, you need the interchangeable needles, or I prefer, I guess I should say. There are also just Tunisian needles that are just like a really long Tunisian or crochet hook. Those work as well. You maybe could get away with a traditional crochet hook that doesn't have an ergonomic handle. I'm going to say it's going to be tight. So especially if you're just starting out, you don't want to worry about your stitches falling off the back end of your crochet hook. So I do recommend a Tunisian crochet hook for this. And I'm sorry, this is a J hook, which is a 6mm hook. All right, last 2 things, and then we're done. First, I want to say, I know that it can be hard to pick yarn when you haven't seen the pattern. So if you are local here to me in Appleton, Wisconsin, I highly recommend going to Casting On. As I said, Sarah has seen the pattern. She is awesome at helping put colors together. But if you aren't local to me and wherever you're going to join us for the crochet along, whether it's in a social group or just in the background, if you would like help picking out colors, I would love to offer you what I'm calling a color consultation. This will be a private chat, just you and me, through a web-based program where you can take me to the yarn shop if you want to. And we'll meet for around 30 minutes, and I will help you pick out your yarn for the project with things that I think will be good, since I know the whole entire design. That is $10 for the color consultation. If that's something you'd like, send me an email, send me a message, and we'll work out a time to meet so that you can be all ready for the crochet along. The last thing I want to acknowledge is the fact that some of us do not like mysteries. And that is totally okay. If I'm being really honest, that's kind of me. I like to see what things are going to be before I like commit to them. So if you are like, I love the idea of this crochet along, I'd love to join the class or join a community or just join in the crochet along, but I don't want a mystery. Send me an email and I would love to give you a sneak peek. I don't want you to miss out on the learning and community aspect of it because you're unsure of the mystery aspect of it. So please, please, please send me a message. Any questions you have, guys, I really genuinely am so excited for this. So I can't wait for you to join me. Thank you for joining me live today or catching the replay. If you have questions or anything, throw them in the comments or send me a DM. I'm just thrilled, and I can't wait for you to join me. So thank you so much, and we'll talk again soon. Bye, guys.